Hey guys, I have a question for everyone who does watch my channel, including Morden Police Service. See, they told me the non-emergency line is the emergency line, okay guys? My understanding from 411, and when you say Morden Police Service non-emergency line, last I checked, they actually say a specific number and it's not 911. But the last I checked, Morden Police Service thinks it is actually the emergency line. Wrong. Failure to identify on top of that to anyone. It is also against their policies to not identify who they are and what station they work out of. And that is also a misdemeanor on them. Second of all, they would never ever say that. They would never ever refuse identification to a judge, to a public civilian. They should never ever do that kind of stuff. Third of all, if they don't failure to identify, and they do identify, they're within the Constitution of Canadian laws. And yes, I say Constitution. Only reason why, because Canada does have a small constitution that is very, I would have to say, smaller than what the US one is, of course. And I do understand Canadian laws are way more stricter and in policies and how they do certain things over the US. They have different regulations and stuff. I do understand that. Unfortunately, Morden Police Service, failures to identify, failures to do certain things, and on top of that, trespasses on my property, which they have no legal allegations to, and on top of that, illegally puts my name on the forms. That's also a felony on the dispatch. Which, in courts, that would not stand. And yes, I've talked to other people who actually know the criminal law and know what is actually happening. And the term pizza, they use that out of thinking that it's a joke because they don't want to hear what the public has to say. And that's on top of that criminal because the public owns the police. We have the power to shut them down. Identify this. If they say non-emergency line is the emergency line, then which is the non-emergency line? Tell me that one. It's 911? No. It's the non-emergency line? Because if it says on 411, Morden Police Service, non-emergency, and doesn't say Morden Police Emergency, there's generally 3 phone numbers for a police station, depending on how big the station is. Because there might be lines that go into other areas. In other words, also, having a member of the public in the front of a car and making out in a car, in an active police car, is that a felony? Or is that under, and having the police officer under in uniform on top of that a Morden golf course. And last I checked, it was black beard, tall, skinny guy, had a really bad attitude, around 6'1", 6 feet, 6'2" maybe. I would average around 160 pounds to 200 pounds. And that's including muscle build. That's not including base weight. In other words, water weight. On top of that, is that just like I really don't understand how Morden police service can get away with all these misdemeanors and felonies when I thought they swore oath to protect and serve. I don't understand how they're allowed to get away with all this stuff. And on top of that, also break and enter without serving search warrant papers and stuff. I don't understand how they're allowed to do that kind of stuff. Under what law are they allowed to do this kind of stuff? That's my question. A made-up law, what they think they are allowed to do? Because I think that's criminal. The last I checked within Canadian codes, that's criminal if they break and enter without a search papers and showing any search papers on any doors. Granting police service allowed into a building. They're not allowed to enter your building or garage or any form of your building without legal documentation from a judge granting that information. On top of that, last I checked, it's also a felony if they threaten to break your phones. And grant me, tell me if that's true or not, because if it is, there's another felony right there on two-time occupants in a Ford F-150 P4 F-150 badge number of the patrol truck. I shouldn't say truck, car. Get my words mixed up. Sorry about that, guys. But that's my question there. It's like, is that, I meant truck P4, that's the identification number, what they used to have. Now they switched all these stupid Dodge cars, which personally, they're using these vehicles within criminal codes, they're operating these vehicles under criminal activities and illegally using these vehicles as to overpower some laws. Like just a few years ago, like 2 years ago, almost 3 almost. Now, the last I checked, I thought it was a felony to go through a red light and then turn them off. So is that a felony or is that a traffic violation if they do that? Because last I checked, that they're not allowed to do that if there's not an emergency. Just to get out of a red light to get back to the station quicker, that's a violation in their policies. And that means they're showing overpower because I think Morden police thinks the law, they're above the law. That's the way I see things. And the fools really think they have, and I'm using fools because there's multiple individuals who think they are above the law, in which I study the law. Second of all, They have no legal right to use the law above civilians. In other words, if they've not committed any felonies or criminal activity, they're not even allowed to detain us under. And when you require either a supervisor, their mandatory response is supposed to be getting a supervisor to that area. And the last I checked, a civilian has enough power to overstate any law enforcement and detain them until another law enforcement gets there. So, and personally, comment below if you think I'm within the laws or what I'm saying is actually true. Because honestly, I know what I'm saying here. It may not seem like you guys may not know the full story, but I'm just bringing this to books because this is an issue what's been ongoing with Morden police and using their badges and their what I so call overpower and criminal activities to be, well, criminal. But that's my opinion. And I have that right to speak what I feel about Morden police. And if I'm wrong, sue me. But I guess I'm just using it as a joke. But yeah. By the way, just a little message for Morden police. I just want you guys to write up a court date for me. Reason why? Because I got enough evidence against you guys. The fact you guys would be, if we were to go to court, it would turn into a civil suit. And I would really like to see that. And personally, I'm waiting for the day when it happens. Because honestly, I want you guys to do that. And the dispatch illegally put my name on the paper, which I said I wanted to be what was it? An anonymous caller, which it's another violation. So, and to failure to identify to a civilian, it's illegal. It's against your policy. And that little camera sign in your station, do you realize who pays for you guys? The public. Our tax dollars pay for you. We have the power to say if we want you in or if we want you out. And that's the way I see it. And that's also what you guys are, in my eyes, a big F- in a lot of areas. Under criminal codes, what you guys very well know what I'm talking about. And the fact is, you guys may not like this video, but guess what? It's your guys' issue now. You guys created this issue. You guys created somebody who you didn't want in the area. You created somebody who is a cop watcher, who is definitely knows the laws, and waiting for the day you guys to screw up big. Like and subscribe to this. Comment below what you guys think. And no, this is not no threats. I'm going to just say that. And I'm going to say that in the description of the video. This is a no threat video. But I'm explaining myself who and how I feel about this station and Morden police officers. So understand that. This is not no threat. I'm trying to speak out of proper law stuff. And I may not get the wording always correct, I'm going to be honest with you there, but I do not want to make a bad impression of certain things. I just feel Morden police don't obey all the laws what they should be. So Renesmee's 983 signing off. Like and subscribe, comment below. See you later.